Hello, Aiden. It's Grandma. I thought I'd read a story with you, and it's called Blue Rabbit and Friends. In just a couple weeks, Granddaddy and I are going to be able to come and see you and play with you, and we're so looking forward to it, Aiden. It's going to be so much fun to spend time with you and your mom and dad, too. But in the meantime, here's the story Blue Rabbit and Friends. Let's go to the first page. My nose itches. Once there was a little blue rabbit who lived in a cave in the middle of a dark forest. Oh, look at that. Blue Rabbit didn't like his home. The cave was too large and the forest was too dark. So he decided to find somewhere better to live. He's going to walk away. I hope he finds a home he likes better, don't you? At the edge of the forest, he found a bear sitting in a pool of water. "Good morning, Bear," said Blue Rabbit. "Good morning, Blue Rabbit," said Bear. "I'm looking for a new home. Do you know of a good place to live?" asked Blue Rabbit. "You can have this pool if you want it," said Bear. "It's a little too wet for me." Blue Rabbit dipped his foot into the pool. "Thank you, Bear, but I think I'll just keep on looking," he said. "I think I'll go with you," said Bear, shaking off some water. Well, Blue Rabbit and Bear came to a small house. In the house lived a goose named Rover. "Good morning, Rover," said Blue Rabbit and Bear. "Good morning to you both," said Goose. "I'm looking for a new home, and so is Bear," said Blue Rabbit. "Do you know of a good place to live?" "You can have this small house if you want to," replied Goose. "It's too dry and stuffy for me, and it smells like old bones, and I don't like the name Rover." "I'd like to live somewhere dry," said Bear, peering into the small house, "but I don't think I'd fit in here." Blue Rabbit sniffed inside the small house. "Thank you, Goose, but I'll keep on looking," he said. "I think I'll go with you," said Goose, waddling after Blue Rabbit and Bear. Oh, it's hard to turn the page sometime, one at a time. Further on, they came to a hole in the side of a hill. The hill was covered in daisies, and in the hole lived a dog. "Good morning, Dog," said Blue Rabbit, Bear, and Goose. "Good morning to you all," said Dog. "I'm looking for a new home, and so is Bear and Goose," said Blue Rabbit. "Do you know of a good place to live?" His dog. Turn the page. "I'd like a new home too," said Dog. "The hole is so cramped, and I don't really like daisies. What I want is a warm, dry, small house." Ooh, I think I know where he could find one of those. Do you? "A small house!" cried Blue Rabbit. "Goose has a small house. Perhaps you can have that." "You're welcome to it, Dog," said Goose. "You might like the smell of old bones." Turn the page. They went back to Goose's small house, and Dog loved it. He liked the name Rover, too. "But what about you?" he asked Goose. "Where will you live now?" "What I would really like," said Goose, "is a nice wet pool." See, Dog's got a house now. It's the dog house, meant for dogs. "A pool!" cried Blue Rabbit. Bear has a pool. You could have that." "You're welcome to it, Goose," said Bear. "It's as wet as you could wish for." "Be perfect for the goose." Turn the page. They went back to Bear's pool. Goose loved it and splashed around happily. "But what about you, Bear? Where will you live now?" asked Goose. "What I would really like," said Bear, "is a snug cave in the middle of a dark forest." "A cave!" cried Blue Rabbit. "I have a cave, Bear, and it's right in the middle of the forest. You can have that." Turn the page. Turn the page. They went back to Blue Rabbit's cave. Bear loved it, and he thought the dark forest was perfect. "But what about you, Blue Rabbit? Where will you live now?" asked Bear. "I think what I really want," said Blue Rabbit, "is adventure." So Blue Rabbit hopped on his bike, and he went off to see the world. With the open sky above and the wind in his face. "I'll just keep looking," he called back over his shoulder. Look at that. Blue Rabbit loves to ride and loves adventure. And here's the last page. Turn the page. And that's the end. There's Blue Rabbit. Well, I hope you enjoyed this book, Aiden. I enjoyed reading it to you. And I look forward to seeing a big, almost 3-year-old boy. Mommy says you've gotten so big. I'm so glad that you're big and strong. But I'm looking forward to giving you a big, strong hug, too. Love you, sweetheart. Bye-bye.